It's enough, I think. It's enough, I think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Live Stream. I'm your host, Miss Edie Arndell, and I'm here with my co-host, Scott Free. How's it going, Scott?
Doing good.
I'm a little scratchy. I got a little something going on, so please forgive me.
We'll stay far away.
For distancing, right?
6 feet.
Yeah. More like a few hundred miles, right?
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Joe Harrington back on the show. Yay.
Hey there.
Good to see you, Joe. Yeah, so lots happened since we've last talked.
Yes.
Yes.
Lot. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, you are a recognized candidate for U.S. Senate in Illinois. Yay.
Yes.
And
That was always on my bingo card. I didn't know it.
There you go.
I was just taking a bike ride, stopped in a park, saw Anna. Boom, here we are.
and the Green Party's got him.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm so happy to have you.
I've had the green in my DNA for a long, long time, but before becoming this kind of a green, a dues-paying member.
Right.
Mine was supporting by donation and writing word of mouth, the same theme as today. Don't you people see that you have enormous reason and motivation
And
to
power.
find alternate parties than red or blue?
Right.
And that, I'm talking for me, the second Clinton term.
Oh yeah. Yep.
When he sold out on the social safety net programs and the federal FCC, he turned a lot of things around.
Oh.
And it was like, okay, is there any part of you that's still old school Democrat?
I got 0%. 0%
Yeah.
Democrat.
But that was then. See, that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And here we are today. And we don't need to talk about Bill Clinton. We got way bigger problems than Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gotten progressively. I mean, I don't know. I think the more I learn about history, I think I've decided, no, they've been really, really evil for decades and decades and decades. I think we're propagandized more back then. Because, you think all the way back to Korea and the millions of people we killed. I mean, no, I think, I'm just learning now that we have progressed to figure out that we've been propagandized.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of that going around on the social media posts, which whatever you're looking at, Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, we all have to take or at least exercise a higher level of discretion given the world we live in now with AI. But I hear enough people, talking, about the erosion of rights, and it's happening right in front of our face. The system seems to be completely oiled and set somehow. Democrats do not do anything. What I'm hearing online a lot is calling out what I would do, or either of you would do, calling out anyone who thinks they can still support the Democrats as if they can save us.
Yeah.
When they helped construct this complete anti-democratic nightmare.
Absolutely.
That we're in.
Yep.
And as a candidate, in any green candidate, let alone any other third party, but we are the longest as Jill points out a lot, we are the longest standing founded in 1984, and the most popular, however you want to define popular, or well-known third party of any third party, period.
Right.
So, as a candidate, I just feel that the job number one is at some point, and what is it, about a month from now, we can finally try to get signatures?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. February 25th.
Finally. And speaking of, Raja, for those of you just tuning in, we were
Christomorphy.
Okay. He has, I'm sitting here and I've got my little jar of loose change. Okay. And Raja has $24 million in his campaign.
Right
now.
Yep.
And that's why you see all those ads.
Oh, constant.
Well, the ads, look, this is the country we have lived in for a long time, going back. The invention of television, possibly the most, double-edged sword of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It could be educational, but Newton Minnow, right? The vast wasteland. Marshall McLuhan. The medium is the message.
Yep.
This has been, I've studied it.
Okay.
In the media has so much sway over people's thinking because, long before there was the internet, depending on newspapers, radio, or local news TV. And not even that. TV's been around technologically since almost 100 years, but it became commercialized in the late 40s into the 50s. And whatever the news was, to think back now to people like Walter Cronkite, the most trusted man in America. And compared to what you see now that passes for national news, he was a sober, clear-eyed, whatever, video journalist or whatever his credentials really were.
He was an anchor man.
He was an anchor man.
Yeah.
And
back when that meant something, right?
No, it did mean something. And back in the day, you had I think it was after Brokaw and I can't think of them.
Dan Rather.
Dan Rather. Oh yeah, good old Dan Rather, sure.
Yeah.
But maybe Edie, you could help me because we watched that video, or we watched that film about the 80s and the takeover of our government of the country down south. And sure enough, the guy who was the spokesperson of CIA, he became he became the anchor person of the 80s.
Was that our fundraiser?
Yeah.
Or maybe, not a fundraiser, but the one we showed on that Friday?
Yes.
I can't recall.
Panama Deception?
Yes, Panama Deception.
Yeah,
the spokesperson for the CIA saying, "Oh, we're not doing anything bad down there." Goes out. It might have been Tom Brokaw or something. It was one of that era. So I think they've been corrupted for decades and decades.
Well, and since the 2024 presidential election, Green Party is now the third largest party. We are reading all the other third parties. We even beat RFK Jr. in the election. I just found that out today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was looking up the numbers for a friend. We got like over 800,000 votes. And in 2025 on the local level, because there's elections almost every year, but there's the midterms and there's the off year where you like city council and your mayor and things like that. Green Party won over 100 seats across the country.
Yeah.
And they had a 51% win rate.
Right.
So the ground is shifting.
Right.
And go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
Oh, I just wanted to say that, and I understand propaganda and I understand the propaganda of the Democratic Party. So they're clinging and they're grasping. The one thing they're trying for is, we're going to get those new Democrats in to replace the old Democrats. And that's and even some people are honestly saying that, but a lot of that is paid propaganda. And the thing is that I'm trying to fight it with is say, if we want systemic change, we have to have systemic change. The way you do that is don't help any Democrats, none. None. There's not one that's going to come in and save the world. We went through Bernie. We went through AOC. Now we're going through Mamdani. It's just systemic change means stop helping any Democrat.
I've been doing a little like visualization for people. Like, let's say you loved AOC, you voted for her, you worked really hard. She's this nice, bright, shiny apple. Oh my gosh, it's going to be red delicious. It's going to taste so good. It's going to be healthy. Everything's going to go great. And then you have to throw her into this huge bucket of rotten apples. What do you think's going to happen to her?
Right. To me, the best example recently that people don't notice, they thought John Fetterman was the progressive. He was the senator. He was going to be the most progressive. All the leftists out there were pushing for him. He was the new savior. Look what you got, folks. Look what you got. That's what the Democratic Party is. It's sway.
Getting back to where we are now with news and through the media, and unless some newscaster is standing on a soapbox, without any cameras or any recordings, okay. But otherwise, you're part of the electronic or print mass media. But keep in mind, and this is where we're all of a older generation than the youngest. Like if you're 18 now, what are you, alpha? Is that even Gen Z anymore?
I can't
either. So, but they can vote. Okay, they hold a lot of power collectively, and they need to be educated. I'm not teaching any, but part of me wishes I were back in a classroom and a room full of young people who at this point maybe really want to hear from someone who's walked a certain walk, not just talked a certain talk, seen it, written about it, went to school, formally studied it. But there was a time when the Washington Post, by way of two reporters, brought down the entire Nixon administration for a bungled burglary at a nearby hotel in Washington, D.C., compared to what this guy is on record having been convicted for. And some of his baggage, we'll put it that way politely, precedes him ever even being this candidate, right, from the reality show.
Right.
This guy's been bad news his entire adult life. He inherited a chunk of change from his dad, and so from Woodward and Bernstein, with the help of Ben Bradley, the editor of the Post at the time, you got Richard Nixon, who knew, and here's the other difference. To use this as a comparison, as a means of educating future voters and saying this is how bad it has gotten, because that was both parties agreed we got to impeach this guy and get him out. He covered up, he lied, blah blah blah, but now we can't get rid of a guy who, I've been reading about what he said in Davos today. Have y'all read about his speech in Davos?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I can't read, but they all seem to start with the same qualifier: a rambling, incoherent speech in which he's insulting all the leaders of NATO in Europe. And then he basically, by the time he ended the speech, he's invoking the Stephen Miller white supremacist mojo that's part of Project 2025. And he's telling them, you have ruined your countries by letting too many, criminals and stuff in.
Right.
I would like to think maybe the leaders of those foreign countries in NATO, a couple of which I do believe have nuclear weapons, will somebody out there with authority and the ability to push back seriously. Will you please find your spine and step up?
Yeah.
So what's going on in Davos right now, I think, is enormously important. He was threatening these ridiculous tariffs, extort.
He's threatening all of Europe.
Right. To extort, their capitulation on them wanting Greenland, which had evidently based on a letter he wrote, was because he was denied the Peace Prize. This is who we have leading us. There's memes online in which no species on Earth lower than the Homo sapien would ever put in charge the dumbest of the pack. Okay.
Yeah.
We have gone out of our way.
We've been primed to acknowledge him for decades, because if anybody watches any of those 90s shows, he makes a cameo or they talk about him at least once in every series. He's in Friends, he's in Frasier.
Yeah.
It's just he pops up everywhere. Yeah. So Hollywood helped make him a star, and here you go.
Which, back to my point, it's all really about the media. And the media is, my voice is, I'm a medium. You're all a medium. Singular. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have a voice and a body.
Right.
You put a mic in front of you. Now you're multimedia. But it's all about the media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The media disseminates, supposedly, if you're visiting what is supposed to be a journalistic program or some reportage from a journalist, a real journalist is about who, where, what, when, why, and how. Get the facts. Mm-hmm. Don't run the story until you can verify, because the editor, like back in Ben Bradley, he pushed back against those two.
That's definitely the old days, Joe.
Yeah,
and that doesn't happen anymore.
That's all over, right? So
now the New York Times.
People that the media, maybe your friend like Edie, when was it? When we were doing a Zoom, and I said the difference between 1930s Germany and right now are these devices. Mm-hmm. And you point out, but they can also help the opposition. True. Mm-hmm. But that's where the education of the general public comes down, how to think critically.
Right.
How to investigate and look up for yourself. Like what I did when you mentioned Raja, and I thought, I know. I think, he did something, but let me see exactly and I checked 3 different sources and said, okay, he took the money from the CEO of Palantir, and then he donated it when he got some heat about it.
Right, from
to make it look like, and this is how it all works. And then what media do you trust? Mm-hmm. Where is our Walter Cronkite now? I can't think
nowhere.
No one in mainstream corporate media is what I'm talking about.
And it isn't even just the media. It's also these, like the Nobel Peace Prize, which of course they gave it to this insane woman who wants her own country destroyed just so private companies can come and steal all the oil. Right. But then you hear about it, the past of Nobel, and it's been horrific for decades. And you hear about the New York Times does a piece on mass rape on October 7th.
Yeah.
Completely found to be a hoax. Had to retract. I mean, a complete hoax. They still get the Pulitzer. They get the Pulitzer after it was exposed as a hoax. So, I mean, all of these institutions are as corrupt. Another thing I wanted to say quick was, if you watch CNN, boy, do they hate Trump. They hate Trump. They hate Trump. Then the subject is Iran. They suddenly have great respect for Trump. And what is he going to do? What are his plans? Will he invade? They just love Trump when it's Iran.
Because they all love war, no matter who it's against or for.
Right. Then they're now for 5 minutes they're behind Trump. Then they go back to hating him.
The CNN, I'll glance at it. and MSNBC, which is not even MSNBC anymore, or whatever it is.
It's MSN, I think.
MS now.
Right. The one source that I think you can pretty much trust from me online, I don't know if they have a print edition anymore or what, The Guardian. I think actual journalism is practiced there more often than not. They're not perfect, but you have a better chance of getting real information from something like a Guardian than any. And I don't know. I'm not sure I can, with any self-assurance, say they're completely non-corporate, but they don't act like they're bought and paid for in the way they report. But this is all just part of my attitude when I think about, I don't care if I'm $24 million behind Raja. At some point, and I don't know what you two think, please, let me know after I give you my opinion. It's just that what happened in Minnesota, caught on video, which, okay, a lot of people are saying that's all AI. But once again, if you critical think and check enough sources, you'll understand, no, that actually happened the way you saw it. And it was murder. Okay. And the idea is, how do you make a decision on what you're seeing or hearing? And if you're going to get online, and a lot of people are online on TikTok, and they're expressing frustration and fear, young women with, especially like a single mother or something who's having a hard scrabble life, they're freaked out and they're terrified. The idea is, okay, you can express it, but the idea, as Jill put it, I ran into a Jill interview, a really recent one, like, are you going to run again in 28? And what she said was more or less, not sure. And whatever the interviewer said next, she said, it's not, they're just better organized than we are.
We're not outnumbered. We're out.
Yeah, we're not outnumbered. We're just out organized, and that's what my mojo is, to organize in terms of trying to cut through the propaganda, the plague of quick decisions and believing everything before your eyes before you check it out. When we get to, I assume we will, in November of 2026, actually have a straightforward election. But as I mentioned in a text to you, Scott, when you asked me about Sunday night and some kind of a session having to do with a vote.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, we don't talk about that stuff here. That's internal Green Party stuff.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's just...
Well, I was going to bring up Raja. I don't know if you can see this, Joe, but Track APAC has him that he took $269,530 received from the pro-Israel lobby. Are you gonna take any pro-Israel lobby money, Joe?
Not anymore, I swear.
Oh.
Okay.
You gave it all back.
Say, right. Oh, I found out and I gave it all back.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of what else those young people I see online. I'm running for this district, that district, but they're going to run as a Democrat. And I've decided
because they're young, they don't.
I get it, but then I'll make a comment once in a while that after I see them post more than a few times, I'll ask directly, and I can't keep up with who I comment on if I get a comment back. But do you honestly believe the Democrat Party will allow you to bring progressive ideas into it and let you accomplish anything? Do you remember AOC? Do you remember Barney?
Right.
That, or you're not really serious about getting into Democrat Party and making any positive changes. You just want to get in on action.
Right.
Because they all get rich.
Yep.
Above and beyond their salary.
Thank you, Joe.
And they all get the health care that we deserve.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And they have that revolving door. It is a career path.
Right.
For people.
Yeah, that's, as you know, Joe, that's my entire life is trying to convince people. Stop thinking you're going to help an individual Democrat to change the genocidal Democratic Party.
Yeah, you can't. The system is so massive and so diseased, fatal.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and I would say it almost has nothing to do with the person.
No,
because once they sign on, they might have been the best person for the job.
They might have
but
sincerely
once they sign on to that system will corrupt them,
right,
or they will get rid of them.
Right.
There is no other choice.
It will put you in your place.
Yeah. Why would you do that to somebody that you like? Why would you feed them into that meat grinder of a system?
Right.
Why?
Right.
If you like them, convince them not to run in the Democratic Party.
If I'm making a comment, I'll say, well, why don't you try a third party, a non-corporate? Bring your progressive, get enough people, like Jill said.
Well, that's happening in the UK.
Okay. In terms of how the media disseminates information, we are not allowed to be covered by the media. But does it make any difference to quote, I think it was Mark Twain, for those, just back in the day, for those who do not read the daily newspaper, they are uninformed. For those who do read the daily newspaper, they are misinformed.
Right.
So
right. Exactly.
You really got to work at it to find what is factual, or even inferentially possibly true. Like connect the dots.
Yeah, that's why I get most of my news from YouTube, and I follow specific people.
Yeah,
that I know have the journalistic credibility because they've been proven right in the past.
Yeah,
right.
I watch Chris Hedges. I watch the Gray Zone.
Gray Zone.
And then for opinion, I watch Bad Faith with Brianna Joy Gray, and I watch Savvy Sabs on RBN. Those are my 4 go-tos.
Yeah.
And anything that happens in the world, they're going to be talking about it. And so I get a little opinion, and I get a whole Gray Zone, super factual. And then Chris Hedges is like old school reporter.
Oh, Chris has such a background.
Oh man. Well, he used to work for the New York Times.
Yeah, New York
and he
Times.
Quit because they wouldn't let him cover the Iraq War the way he wanted, I believe it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, how many sets of eyes and ears does a Chris Hedges or a Brianna Joy Gray? How many do they reach? Because
a lot.
Well, define a lot.
Thousands.
I quantify that.
It depends on what they're doing. Like they'll get
10,000
views.
I'm serious. Just generally speaking, a typical guest on the Sunday Face the Nation, there are millions of people watching it. Still.
Yeah, I know.
So this is part of I don't know how we can do it. I think this may sound bizarre and sort of, you had a really weird dream last night, Joe, or something. But no, things are going to come to a head here because it's so bad and so in our face is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And what this buffoon did today in Davos, if that doesn't indicate to NATO countries and China and Russia or whatever that we're all endangered here.
Mm-hmm.
Not to make this sound like it should be the number one issue, but that atomic clock with all this, are we trying to start another war based on what's going on in Europe? yeah, as a World War I, right? World War II was all right, a different kind of fighting back against empire and Nazism. But
And now we are that.
Right. We are the
now,
Nazis now.
and now we're that.
Yep.
So I think we're at this point where, as what I wrote a blog piece yesterday, and I vote too, although it was kind of an abstract view of things, that I looked up how many billionaires are there on Mother Earth, and according to what I found, it seemed like somewhere in the ballpark of about 3,000. And it's the billionaire class, the hedge funds, the private equity, top dogs, and all the, your Bezoses and your Zuckerbergs, blah, blah, blah. And they represent 0.001% of the population. And the population of the earth right now is approximately 8.3 billion. We are not outnumbered.
Right.
Okay. We're just not well informed.
Right. And the propaganda is what we got to fight.
They feel safe in their corporate bought and paid for national government and policy in their favor.
And here's an example of that. This is recently when
exactly, and a lot of Democrats on board with that too. Yeah,
153 House Democrats voted for the Republican majority to pass the Financial Services and General Government and National Security Department of State and Related Programs Appropriations Act of 2026. So this happened this year. We're only
just last week,
days into it.
$3 billion to Israel.
$3 billion to
Israel. And just this week, also, Gavin Newsom. You watch this stuff, you can see he's playing for the president. So how does he play for that?
Yeah.
He lets all the billionaires and the whole Democratic Party know he's going to be as right wing as they need him to be. So this week, he even publicized he was going to block the billionaire tax they were trying to put together. It was a referendum in California.
Yeah.
And he went on that nightmare Ben Shapiro's podcast and denied the genocide. So, and yet...
And he's your Democrat?
He can do that stuff, and the blue, no matter who crowd is going to be like, we don't care. We don't care. That's what we got to fight. That's the system we got to fight.
I don't view any value in trying to convert. Would that be
yeah, right.
A hardcore MAGA person. Because there's only 3,000 billionaires and 8.4 billion regular people, I would think. Look, you can even jack it up for anyone who's like worth 500 million or more. But the idea being, we have much more leverage and power than we think. Who was it, Gandhi or somebody who said no one will act on their power until they understand they have it,
right?
And to see just how, think about it, so few people are ruining so many other people's lives right now.
Yep, and taking them.
Right, and again, it comes down to how do you forget about the MAGA people. For one thing, because they only represent maybe out of the electorate, those eligible to vote, maybe, and I'm being generous here, 1/3 of the potential voters. 90 million people just sat in their hands that last election.
Correct.
And then the 77 million who did vote for Harris, right? Compared, so that's about 170 million to 79 million. He was not elected on any, mandate or any. That's all BS. Once again, good old media will, for some reason, repeat a lot of people say without backing it up, without verifying it, without any kind of questioning, any pushback. Could you please give us an example? You just asserted something. If you're trying to convince people of something, you make all these assertions and you don't back up your assertion with anything resembling evidence, then you've got someone selling you snake oil, possibly.
Yeah. And I think Mark Wayne from Colonial Outcasts, he emphasizes this a lot. We're not going to win Blue Manga over. We're just not. It'll never happen.
We don't need to.
Right. But some red MAGA, we will actually. And the biggest are non-voters. And those are who we have to reach.
Well, yeah, those are the ones who were supporting back in the day, Bernie, and recently Mandami. Whatever they become or have become, they did each show. There's so many people out there waiting for, in both cases, they saw that as not the establishment.
But,
yeah, true or not, they do. I mean, they were pushing, the same things that we have here.
They took our ideas.
In the Green Party.
Right.
That's what they do. They steal stuff.
Right.
And then they try to ruin it.
And there's a lot more of them out there waiting. If we can only get them.
Yeah, looking
to
from
hear
the
us.
outside in.
Right.
From the outside in. They want it. They want the policies. That's
But
what they want.
But they also still believe a Democrat can do it.
I know.
That's the problem. They still believe in individual Democrats.
What we have in our favor is empirical kind of scientific evidence.
Yeah.
Look around.
And here's another one, Democrats are going to save you from ICE, right? So last summer, these 75 Democrats voted along with Republicans to express gratitude to ICE, to call for greater state and local collaboration with them. And guess who's on there? Mr. Raja.
Yeah, of course.
Now wait till I get to debate him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raja Krishnamurthy down here at the bottom of the second line.
And of course, Joe, you bring up one of the big issues also is just the ability for Green Party folks to get into debates. It's really difficult when for the presidential, when a League of Women Voters ran it 25 years ago, the independents got in there. But when they kicked the League of Women Voters out, the Republican Party and Democratic Party formed a new company.
Oh, it's an exclusive club.
Right? Yeah, you can't get into those.
I want to call out two more names that are here in Illinois.
Yeah.
Nikki Bedinsky, Illinois 13.
Yeah.
That's around Springfield, I believe.
Okay.
And then Mr. Brad Schneider, District 10.
Of course.
So go vote for Alexandria.
Yep. Alexandria Keating Sofiakis is running next. Yes.
Yep. So, I mean, why do you think they're ever going to save you when they're aiding and abetting the people that are murdering people in Minneapols?
Right.
Right. Anything I'm posting might sound snarky or petty, but I'm being absolutely honest. Why are you running it into the Democrat Party? It's a hideous, disease-ridden body. Okay.
Right.
And or you just want part of the action because you should be running as a independent, a third, ideally a green.
Yeah.
And some of them have decent followings online. You get this collective third-party mindset in play, and those who want to regurgitate because in defense of some of them, maybe look, the three of us, were we not propagandized every morning in grade school? I pledge allegiance to the flag. Well, I don't know about any of you. I would stand there going, are we going to play baseball after school today? Or, my mom packed lunch. Wait.
I was like, can we sit down and learn the thing that I came here to learn? I was always like that. I'm like, what's the first subject?
I mean, at the time, I just remember you did it because you were told you have to do it. It's like, and then, take that oath.
And I want to give one example because Andy Ellis, who's running for governor in Maryland, he has now brought his podcast back, a weekly. And I'm sorry I didn't grab the name of the person, but he has somebody in the state of Maryland who left the Democratic Party and joined the Green Party. So it can happen.
No,
It
no, it
does
does
happen.
happen. It does.
Yeah, a lot of people, ask me well, why doesn't people like Ilhan Omar or Rashida Tlaib, run independent or join the
Exactly.
Greens? And I'm
Exactly.
like, it's not like they don't know we exist. They know.
I know they know.
I don't have an answer to that. Why don't you ask them? Don't
I
ask
think
me.
I kind of have what little respect I have for anybody in Congress. I like those two women. However, there must be, and this goes pretty cynical, they're making a lot of money staying with the Democrats.
Right.
And that to run as a third party, they're probably thinking, oh, I'll get demolished. I'll be relegated into the trash heap of political electoral history.
So you sell out your principles.
Hearts and minds, okay?
Yeah.
You sell out
the
your
hearts and
principles.
minds.
The people that, even if they didn't vote, everybody in their party voted for that genocide, and they don't resign. They are selling out. Every day they stay in the Democratic Party, they're selling out.
I want to say hi to Emuji 160.
Hey.
I wish Washington Greens were doing a show like this.
Oh, well, you know what? We have folks from green parties all around the states. All the different states come on. But yeah, and actually, check out
StreamYard.
check out Chris Kaja, I'm sorry.
Kalia.
Kalia. Oh my God, my name.
Kalia Fitzgerald.
Kalia Fitzgerald. She has a show called Green Party Tea on Sundays at 5 p.m. Central, because she's really interested in having green media, like a lot more green media. So there's our show.
Are we referring to one of the people in the comments?
Oh yes, they put a comment up, and we were just
which one?
Emuji says, I wish Washington Greens were doing shows like this.
Yeah.
And I say, go for it.
Yes.
All you need is a YouTube channel. We're using StreamYard, which is why it looks like this.
Yeah.
Which is really good because you can do backstage, do a lot of stuff. I think it's
I
only
wish
like $40 a month.
So Emoji 160, I wish Washington State, I assume.
Yeah.
We're doing shows like this. Well, is that
please do. Or invite them on.
I'll hire myself out. I'll do your podcast. Okay. I have time. I can travel.
Yeah, you're going to be a little busy running for U.S. Senate in Illinois.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. When, as a senator, the same as if Annie Green gets elected to the House of Reps, your vote has countrywide influence.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Taking over our state and making it green, yeah. But that's only one appendage of the whole structure.
Right.
We need the whole thing.
We do. We absolutely do. Yep.
And we're willing to do anything to get there. So everybody out there, you see a green, out there promoting, having their own picture in their literature. Do not doubt for a second their fervor is born of righteousness, love, compassion, empathy.
Absolutely.
And Ma's apple pie, or maybe baseball.
There you go.
Well, so if you want to help Joe in his campaign and to, help the Illinois Green Party, and then when you get your website and your donation link and stuff done, you can donate directly. But tonight you can donate to the Illinois Green Party by scanning that little QR that is above my head, whatever way you see it.
I'm not gonna guess. It's up there.
It's up there. Scan the QR or go to ilgp.org/donate.
Donate to the Green Party, Illinois, and any other state. And we truly do practice trickle-down economics because we share, right?
Actual trickling. Actual trickling down.
Although we should not use trickle down
No.
in our campaigns. Some people might think, wait, whoa. Okay, now you lost me. Wasn't that guy, that
Yeah,
funny,
that
that
Reagan
goofy
guy.
actor
Yeah,
who played in that? What was that movie with the chimpanzee? That guy
right.
became president.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Something for Bonzo or something.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Kalia thinks
Oh,
you.
good.
Yeah, and combination of focusing on local issues ignored by the two parties while promoting local elections seems like a good media strategy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, mentally, right?
Yeah, that's what we do here, and we have people on from all across the nation too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, indeed, you do. That woman you had last week, I can't remember her name. She was, she had that Texas drawl going.
Michelle DeVilliers.
She had me there,
She's fantastic.
As someone who, a Yankee going down to Texas to go to college, right? And I almost came home a few times trying to retain the drawl or whatever. He said, come on, when in Rome. But she was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She had specific knowledge related to like that fracking when she got into the fracking, right?
Yeah.
And that's good. I mean, she broke it down according to her education training, her insights into what actually happens when fracking takes place, how it damages the environment.
Yep.
And that's an important issue.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many, though. How much time can we possibly devote to getting into the weeds on each one? Again, this is me, the macro candidate, right? Trying to see like a national picture.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be, I think, some kind of confrontation, some kind of implosion based on where we are right now. What is today? The 21st?
Only the 21st.
Into the new year. And between what might happen internationally and what happened in Minnesota and ICE clearly being used as a Gestapo.
Yeah. Yep.
And clearly manufacturing reasons why to deploy ICE, which has been documented to be composed mostly of untrained, undisciplined, probably psychologically, sociopathically mixed up to do some of the things that they are caught on video doing. And this idea of defund ICE, no, it's not defund, it's abolish.
Right. Exactly.
You've got to get rid of this. What are you going to retrain them? You're going to turn a Nazi into the second coming of whatever.
And that's
Gandhi or something.
That's exactly what the Democratic Party did this past week. Is they were working on that bill, so they were going to make sure the bill got passed. There was enough Democrats there to make sure it got passed. And they said, well, our demands are that they are better trained. That's what they did. That's what you get with Democrats, folks. Stop helping Democrats.
The Democrat supporters, they're still willing to allow themselves to be taken, to be duped, as if, well, you see, but my rep said we need to retrain and just defund it somewhat and spend more money on training. Do you not see what's going on?
Right.
These people are thugs. They are and that's the irony.
They're breaking people's doors down.
Right.
Exactly.
They're kidnapping people with no warrants.
Right.
And this is why this cannot, I've been saying it for a long time. It's not sustainable. It cannot go on. How soon it might implode or we the people push back enough. Now, how we do that, we need to organize, to say the least. And there's a lot of us out there. And
I know, Joe, you were selling pitchforks on Amazon. I know that. So
well, they haven't shown up yet. And
it was a joke.
you can't trust corporate
Not on
America.
Amazon. No.
I pay good money for
Get
all
on
of
Etsy.
those. You know what I mean? And every day it's like, I got the tracking number. Where is it?
Kalia's here. What's up, Kalia?
Oh, hey, Kalia. Oh,
we-
God,
we
Kalia,
got
I'm
to-
so far. I'm so sorry. I am the worst with names. I have, that I think it's age-related name inabilities. So I'm so sorry I got your name wrong, Kalia. Oh, my God.
And Brian, he's one of our regulars. What's up,
Yes.
Brian? Dems love Trump, more
Yeah.
donor money, and they still do nothing but talk and talk and talk.
Right. No. They love Trump and they allowed him in. I mean, that, we had that slogan from last week. They, without a doubt, chose Trump because they chose genocide and Trump over no genocide, no Trump.
Exactly.
That was a choice they made. They did that. They knew the numbers, folks. They have very good polling, internal polling.
Yeah,
they knew what was going on, and they knew the reason.
They didn't want to disrupt their gravy train.
Right.
And
They didn't want to go against the grain. They
Right.
were too afraid to.
They're not afraid. They're not afraid. They know exactly what they're doing. No fear. There's no fear.
The established, and it's mostly Democrats, but I'm sure Republicans. I think the Republicans appreciate the Democrats taking care of the Greens all the time. Keep them out of the debates. No, seriously.
Go get rid of them.
We'll do all our evil over here.
We'll take care of the libertarians.
And
you guys will take care
that
of the
pesky
Greens, and
little
then we
Green
get to
Party
keep
thing
power.
that had that goofy guy Nader with his frumpy suits, And there are people, I have had people a long time ago when I mentioned, I'm supporting Green, and I got somebody I barely knew saying, "Oh, that guy, all that. What did he ever do?
Consumer protection?
Well,
right.
Clean air, clean water, OSHA, FEMA,
right,
and on and on and on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the Democrat Party made sure he couldn't even get in the debates.
Right.
In what was it, 2000?
He was stopped in the parking lot.
And remember, Edie, and maybe Scott, the documentary I mentioned sometime back, the what was the name? The most something man in America?
Dangerous man in America.
Is that it? Most dangerous man?
Something like that. Yeah.
And they document how the thugs outside of the debate hall, and Ralph had a ticket.
Yeah.
And I said, no, you're not
Can't even come in.
Right.
And didn't they in 2016 keep Jill in the back room from
Right. They held her in a room. Yep.
So do you see what we're up against, people? We need help.
Exactly. Please, I would just like to think there's enough evidence now.
Yeah.
Isn't the definition of insanity doing the exact same thing over and over?
Right.
Not liking the results, but doing it again, hoping for different results. That's voting for the Democrats.
Right.
Which is what they're still doing. They're getting a new generation to think,
exactly,
this time you can break through.
Exactly.
And they've done it to women. They've done it to people of color. They've done it to the LGBTQ community. And now they're doing it to the Palestinian community.
Yep.
So this is the same thing they've been doing for decades. Please hear me. They're not going to let you win.
No.
And even if you do get that seat, they will not let you push for what you want to. And all the money that you raise in your primary will go into the machine that killed your people.
Right.
So just stop.
The Progressive Caucus doesn't do a damn thing progressive. They achieve nothing. And they make sure that they do the votes so that all of the horrific legislation gets in. But one or two will vote to make it, sound like they're there. They never unite on any issue ever.
You know how there's the in name only. We'll start calling them Pinos. Progressive in name only.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fake, folks. It's all fake.
Like the wine.
There's so much.
We just showed you. They love ICE.
Right.
There you go. And they still vote for genocide. Despite all the protesting and everything that's happening, Democrats still vote for these things.
And that was
Not think it's going to stop.
And that was just this week's news, folks. We
Yes.
got every Saturday, we've got what the Democrats have done this week to make sure this nightmare fascist country we live in keeps plugging away with the fascism.
So I wanted to make sure before we ended to say that Minnesota is going on strike. The buses are going on strike.
Yeah.
The unions are going on strike on Friday the 23rd. So if you can go on strike in any way, shape, or form,
Right.
if you boycott, if you don't go to school, if you just don't spend money that day, I hope it continues, because a sustained strike is what's going to make it change.
Right.
1 month of us not working for them and us not spending our money in their corporations, it's over.
Right.
We got our country back.
Yeah.
But we have to convince people that they can do it. And the way you do that is to get to know your neighbors, build your mutual aid in your community, so nobody is left out. So everybody will be fine.
Right. That
So
goes
start now.
to-
I've been talking about this for 2 years. If we would have started 2 years ago, we'd be there now. But
No, exactly right. People have so much power. It's hard to ask someone to stop shopping at X, Y, Z, and that may be their only option. However, look around. They're coming for you.
yeah. Yeah.
And before they come for you, why don't you go after them?
Yep. We have to do it while we still can. You see
And
what's
there's-
happening in Minnesota.
There's
The
approximately
laws do not
8.3
apply.
billion more of us than them.
But the laws don't apply in this country anymore. They only apply to us. So
Right.
they're doing things that are completely illegal, and the
Exactly.
Democratic Party
Right.
is not stopping them. The courts are not stopping them. The things that we thought would be there for us are not there. So Greens are building up their ranks and getting good candidates like Joe and good organizers like Scott down here. So when it does collapse, we have something to replace it. We don't want to live in some kind of military,
No.
country.
Oh God. And that's where we're going, folks. This is not just, this is the path. This is the path. They are building concentration camps all over the country, folks.
Yeah.
Right now they're building them.
Right now. And
Yep.
Biden did that.
Yes.
And in the what was her name, Michelle, that we had on last week?
Yes.
She was talking about 2000. She said 2008, but she did say it was under the Obama administration. She was on the ground during one of the first ICE raids. So this has been going on that long.
Oh, I
It
remember.
didn't
her
just start
story.
yesterday.
Right.
And
Right.
Palantir has given ICE data on everybody's phones, folks. All of our phones. They are tracking us. They have a system that says where they're going to have the best percentage of tracking people who are undocumented,
Mhm.
and their percentage of where they're in certain locations, because they
Mhm.
follow you constantly on GPS, constantly. And that's Palantir has
And
done that.
that was Doge.
Yes, Doge into Palantir, and that is who Raja took money from. So
Yeah. So there you go. But I wanted to read this.
Yes.
Emoji 160 says, now Mark Elias, the lawyer attack dog who sabotaged Matt Ho in North Carolina, has become a YouTuber.
Oh my
hero.
God. Okay, I'm writing that down. Holy shit.
So let's go invade his YouTube.
Can you put that up one more time? Can you put that up?
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know if folks know this
Mark
story
Elias.
about Matt Ho, Mark Elias. But Matt Ho got a phone call from somebody trying to get him to take his name off the Green Party. Do I have that story right? The Green Party petitions, the signatures. And he's like, who is this? And it was the Democratic Party trying to take their names off the signatures for ballot access.
Impersonating Green Party.
And the Democrats also in Nevada, there's the Secretary of State gave the Green Party a incorrect ballot. And so they spent the whole petition. They spent the whole season getting signatures. They had enough signatures. They submitted them. And then the Democrats took them to court and they lost based on an illegal petition given to them by the Secretary of State of Nevada. So that's the kind of level of corruption that the Democrats are. So don't help any Democrat. Don't say, but this one's different. Stop.
No,
they're not.
They're not.
They are not.
Yeah. And again, it should not be that difficult to reach at least a certain segment of people who are the ones who would vote for Bernie back when, or Mondami, because they're running on green ideas.
Mhm.
All they need to know is there is this Green Party out there. We've been talking that talk for a long time. We would walk it, but the sidewalk ends, the door never opens for us to get in,
There you
to
go.
be seen or heard.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
Where the sidewalk ends.
would you be interested in helping break that kind of monopoly
Right.
over
Break
the
the door down.
American electorate? As if I'm so tired of hearing about voting for the lesser of two evils because I had blah blah blah. And in my world, it's the evil of voting for two lessers. You're voting, you're lose.
Right.
Mhm.
You lose.
Right. I did a meme last season where I said, but the lesser of two evils is genocide. That's your lesser of two evils? Are you kidding?
Exactly.
Wow, your standards are.
And
Right.
Joe, I wanted to get your Facebook page. I keep trying to find it. What's the name of your Facebook page so we can
Well,
plug
the one I've had the longest is just Joe M. Harrington, but I have a separate Facebook page dedicated to my
right. So what's
called
that?
Green Voices, Green Choices.
Thank you. Thank
Green
you.
voices, green choices.
All right.
And
folks.
you have your J Heron blog, right?
Yeah, jheron4.com is my blog,
Okay.
where
Right.
I have been trying for a long time to express my frustrations and offer, maybe not directly, but by innuendo, like, think for yourselves. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is factual. Wouldn't you like this not to be the case?
So go look up Joe. He
Green
is,
Voices, Green Choices on Facebook, folks.
Yeah.
And he
check
will
out
have
the
a
blog.
website soon. He will have a website. We're working on that. We're trying to get it together. So we're going to have a website soon for Joe.
Mhm,
So, yes.
So
Yeah, and this is now my studio.
All
Palestine
right.
There it is.
party.
All right. Headquarters.
I got that painting on the cheap.
Yes.
I mean, I got appraisals on that.
Yeah.
Joe
I'm
Harrington.
not selling. It's staying on my wall.
Right.
Okay.
Joe Harrington for Senate headquarters. You're witnessing it today, folks.
He's saying that because he bought one of my paintings.
Oh,
I'm an
I
artist.
missed that part. Oh, it was an in joke. It was an in joke. I didn't
It's
catch
an
it.
inside joke.
Nice. Oh, wait. Can
Yeah.
we see it?
Oh yeah, it's the
The sunset or
There
sunrise.
we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
All right. All right.
Yeah. So greens are creative people. They're writers, they're musicians, and they're artists.
And this song that you hear at the beginning end is mine.
Is
You
you.
can hear my voice. If you listen, you hear me in there.
I hear you.
Yeah, but it's featuring Agosa from Nigeria. She's a wonderful vocalist. So that's what features. But yeah.
Mhm. So I'm not gonna stay very long today because I need to keep resting up. I caught some kind of bug. I don't know,
Mhm.
being out in the public too much, but I love my city, so I gotta go see my people. And we'll see you again on Saturday
Yes.
at noon with News of the Week. So hard to figure out what it's going to be about, but I feel like from now until ICE is out of our country and in prison, I think ICE for prison.
Yeah.
That's where they belong. They're breaking the law constantly and nobody's arresting them. But it's probably going to be our main topic for a while. And please, if you can, starting Friday, boycott things. And if you can strike, please strike. Talk to your union, talk to your fellow workers, figure out how you can do this because it's not going to stop until we stop them.
Right.
It's just not.
That's absolutely crystal clear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's not stopping. No.
And I want to thank you, Joe, for being
Yes.
here. We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, that was great. Great. Thank you, Joe.
so
for coming.
exciting to just click on the link and get in.
Yeah.
We
I
got our
mean,
tech issue figured out.
after that experience, I thought, well, maybe you're not meant to be seen any more than Ralph. Feel
No.
good about it.
Like, who's trying to keep them from seeing me?
Come
Yeah.
on, Joe. We're in the process of making a documentary about you right now. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah. And go check out Jay Heron. What is it? Jay Heron.
J Harrin, HARRIN4.com.
.com. There we go.
If you want to check out his writings.
All right.
We'll see y'all. If you want to stick around after the show, Joe, you can.
And please subscribe if you haven't yet, please,
Oh,
folks.
yes.
Thank you very much. And
Yeah,
check
I'm off
out
my game today.
Green Party Tea on YouTube.
Donate,
Everybody.
subscribe, proselytize.
There you go.
preach.
Yes.
Run. You
Mm.
can run
Run
as a
for
green. There's
office.
still time.
Oh, you know what? Let me just plug our Thursday night. Every Thursday night, we got a Zoom hangout. We just hang out at 8 p.m. Central, and just come in. Even if you're not Green Party, just check us out. It's you can find the link at ilgp.org/events. A Thursday night hangout Zoom, Illinois Green Party. So
Spread the word.
yes,
Yep. And we'll see you Saturday.
thanks, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. An uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising. Fight the power. It's an uprising.